Hello! I'm back from MFF and boy are my arms tired. I'll be honest, I don't know where that whole boy are my arms tired thing originates from. Oh boy. Just gonna make a wild guess here as to what shapes are happening. Oh, this one looks relatively easy. Nice. Let's see. Might feel the need to use some hint tokens on this one. Again, I don't know what shape this even is, but clearly I'm not doing it correctly. Okay. Yeah, I just got back home last night from driving home from MFF, and that was a good con. Pretty glad I was able to go. I'm getting distracted by all of this. Where do we even start is the question. Like, there was that tiny one that I was able to do relatively easily. That's not anything, but other than that, God, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. But yeah, that was a good con. I guess this is also going to be an unofficial MFF recap video. I say usually as if I've done it more than the once. I usually like to stream myself playing a video game while I talk about that stuff, but MFF is only like the second convention I've ever been to, so also I don't really plan on streaming anything until like New Year's, so I'm doing this instead. Just something, anything. I gotta get started somehow. Okay, now I just gotta play the waiting game. Let's see, just trying to fill this in. Yeah. God, these cylinder ones are such a pain in the ass. Also, it doesn't help that I've been away from this game for more than a week. There we go. Man is stanced up and ready to go. That's the thing people say, right? Stanced up. I almost had that shape. I'm fairly certain. Let me just wait for it to come back around here. It's probably one of these things, and then we can move right along. Here we go. I was correct. Okay, that wasn't anything. I'm not sure where I was going with that. Let's see. This looks like maybe another person. I'll try and follow that shape. But yeah, so I originally wasn't intending on going to MFF at all. I didn't think I would be able to afford it. But like a couple weeks before the con happened, two friends of mine, they were like originally supposed to be staying. They had already booked the hotel a while back, and they were supposed to be staying with two other people, but those other people, like, their plans changed. I think maybe one of them like won the room lottery that was happening, so obviously they had to snatch that up. So, you know, then the hotel had their room had a couple free spaces, and was like, hey, want to come stay with us? I'm like, hell yeah, obviously I can't pass that up, because otherwise who knows when I would be able to go, if ever. Pete's sake, alright. I don't like having to do this, but obviously I don't literally have to, but my incompetence knows no bounds. So yeah, thanks to their generosity, they invited me along. Literally the only reason I was able to go is because the hotel and the parking had already been paid for, and would have gone to waste otherwise. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. It would be silly of me to say no to that. But they also had other stuff going on. They were like driving around the country visiting other friends and stuff, and I didn't want to like third wheel myself along to that, so I just drove up to the con myself, which is, you know, probably about at the upper limit of distances I'm willing to drive. I thought it was going to be a 9-hour drive, but no, it was actually a 10-hour drive. Shout out to GPS for not making that clear until literally the day I was leaving. But yeah, that was about at the, there we go. I'll continue this in a second. King Leper Terrace in Angkor, Cambodia. Artist unknown. Hopefully I will get some hint tokens back as we continue on through Bangkok here. Not this time, maybe next time. Okay. But yeah, the drive was fine. It was mostly just, you know, pretty boring because you're just stuck in your car for that whole length of time, and I wasn't going to stop for anything except for like gas or, you know, bathroom breaks, stuff like that. And indeed, I did do those things. Let me rephrase. Indeed, I only stopped for those things, so my plan was successful in that regard. I only had to make a few stops, luckily. I baked a pizza the morning I left so that I wouldn't have to like stop for food and would only have to stop for gas. In hindsight, not the best idea because like pizza's empty calories, you know. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but it's like it's not the healthiest, most energizing thing for you to eat, is maybe what I should say. But let's see. Yeah, most of Thursday was occupied by like the drive there, and then I got to the convention basically right as registration, like right before registration was starting. And oh my god, Chicago is cold as hell and windy as hell. Okay, technically it wasn't in Chicago. The convention was in Rosemont, which is like near Chicago. It's close enough to Chicago. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got there like right before registration started, which was remarkable timing on my part. I had to find some parking real quick, and I found a place where I probably wasn't allowed to park, but I didn't get ticketed for it overnight, so that's nice. And then I like situated. I fixed my parking situation in the morning with help from, you know, one of my friends, etc., etc. It was all fine. Everything was fine. Don't worry about it. I do need to worry about this, though. Registration was relatively quick. It only took, like, 30-ish minutes for me to, you know, get through the line and get my badge and stuff. Which, speaking of, I got a badge this time, and not a nifty little bracelet thing. I imagine badges are the standard way of handling things at conventions, and FWA is kind of an outlier in that regard. It's new to me, which is the important thing. I am almost done with this puzzle. Where is the last piece that I'm missing here? I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Buddhist shrine. Artist unknown. Sweet. Moving on into this rotoscope now. Oh boy. Why am I not? Oh, that's a piece. I was confused. I thought it was empty space. Like, no, that's a piece. But friggin' while I was waiting in line, in the registration line, I passed by somebody who was like, okay, side tangent. I gotta explain what Clone Hero is, just in case you don't know. So Clone Hero is like a standalone fan-made version of, like, I think Guitar Hero 3 specifically, that lets you like make and upload custom songs. So people do, like, you know, stuff from other video games, or like, you know, meme things. It's a whole thing. Point being, I passed by someone in the registration line that was literally playing Clone Hero on their Steam Deck with the guitar controller, while somebody else was holding the Steam Deck for them, which was absurd and very funny, and not something I would have thought of, admittedly. And my friends had gotten to the hotel earlier, but they waited until later to do registration, so like I went back through the registration line again just to hang out with them, because I'm like that, I guess. And the Clone Hero person wasn't there anymore, but somebody, possibly multiple somebodies, had started up a thing where they were like, you know, hitting balloons back and forth, seeing how long they could keep them up in the air. Because what else are you gonna do in a line besides wait and stand there and have your feet hurt? As expected, I am having trouble with the rotoscope of all things. Wow, whoever would have guessed. I'm only finding where some pieces go, like, coincidentally. I think this needs to go there, or... possibly here. Let me just see. It's not gonna matter in a second, but... No, I am in fact a stupid dumb idiot. That's fine. Oh, that goes there though. Yeah, there was... It's interesting thinking about MFF in contrast to FWA. I've literally only been to those two conventions, so I don't have much to, like, you know, compare to compare different experiences to in terms of, you know, conventions and stuff. But it felt like there was a lot more downtime at MFF for me personally than there was at FWA, because like I went to FWA by myself, and I felt like I was always moving from, like, one place to another if I wasn't, like, purposefully sitting down to, like, charge my phone or eat or something. But at MFF, there was a lot more time, like, chilling out in the hotel room since we were, like, at the convention. I think it's called, like, it was, like, the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center or something. You know, incredibly arbitrary and specific like that. It was also connected to, like, a few different hotels, she says, gesturing as if you can actually see what I'm doing. My friends had a room, like, in one of the hotels that was at the convention. Oh, that's where that goes. That makes sense. Okay. But yeah, there was a fair amount of time that we spent just, like, chilling in the hotel room, resting our feet, charging our phones. Because, God, there was so much walking. I'm just gonna... You know how this goes. Reclining Buddha statue, artist unknown. You know how rotoscopes go by now. You're this deep into these videos. You should know what's happening. Okay, let's see. Let's look for this shape. Not entirely sure what that is. But I do know that these shapes are moving annoyingly quickly for me. Hold on. Let me test this over here. Nice, okay. Right, gotta find this shape. While I was... God, I was walking around, like, the hotel and a convention center and stuff while I was waiting for my friends to get downstairs to register, and I saw a friggin'... what is the term for it? Like a card... like a pop-up or a cutout or something? Like one of those plastic... not plastic, cardboard, like, cutout things. I saw one of those of... friggin' Chase Hunter, the Chunter himself from Echo the visual novel. Somebody had apparently printed that out, and it was like resting on a water fountain. It was really weird, and also kind of funny to see that. Where the F does this go? I don't want to use a hint token on it, because it's an image hole. I shouldn't have to. Get in the image hole. Wonder how many times I've made that joke. I feel like I need to move on to a puzzle category that requires less active brain power before I can keep talking about MFF, because I can feel my... Oh, here we go. There's this umbrella, obviously. Let me slow this down so that I can actually put it where it needs to be without accidentally misclicking. There we go. Alright, this one next. This is part of a building, so should be easier to find, theoretically. Oh, I know where that guy goes. I'll worry about that later. But yeah, I felt like there was a lot more downtime at MFF than there was at FWA, which I was fine with, because, you know, I was there with friends instead of being there by myself. It was a different experience, and, you know, I liked it. It was good. More than happy to not have the exact same convention experience every time. That would get boring, you know? And life is too short to do, to go out of your way to do boring things. God, I didn't drive 10 hours there and 12 hours back somehow to just be bored out of my mind, you know? I went there to have a good time, and I did. What is this? I wish these pieces wouldn't go so damn fast. Like, it looks like this piece is mostly upright, but the picture is kind of like at a slant. She says, gesturing as if you can see what I'm doing. I don't know. Maybe I should look for this instead. Snapchat, go away, I don't care. I only really have Snapchat because some of my friends use it. I don't really use it much myself. Unless I'm, like, out in public somewhere and, like, 2 different sources of music are happening at the same time, and I'll post something like, oh my god, Charles Ives strikes again. That is a joke only for me and my old college friends. There we go. Okay. Let's get this person over here, since I know where you go, and you're not the biggest piece in this picture. There we go. And this is a tree of some sort. A tree of some sort. Very scientific. That rebounded so fast, so comically quickly. Alright, piss off, please. I'm trying my best here. Don't do this to me. I'm just a little bird on the internet. I didn't hurt nobody. God damn it. This is fine. I'm not annoyed at all that we have to redo all these stupid pieces. Everything is fine and dandy. It is fine and dandy for the most part, actually. I know where most of the pieces go, it's just these two, and I know where this one goes. It's just these two that are... Yeah, see, it's right there. It's just these two that are vexing me. Yeah, didn't do much else that Thursday after driving there. Oh! It goes right there. I'm fairly certain. No, not you. Piss off. God, image holes are so annoying. None of the other puzzle types are like this. Why are you like this, image holes? I'm about to use a friggin' hint token if I don't find where this goes. There we go. Alright. Let's just move on, shall we? Thai Temple, photographed by T. O'Keefe. There you go. Now for an interlock. Alright. Didn't do much else that Thursday after, you know, registration and things. We ate at, like, a tavern-y place downstairs. I had a big-ass turkey sandwich. It was good. Let's see. Most of... I'm being, like, I guess less thorough in my convention coverage than I was about FWA. I don't feel the need to chronicle, like, every single thing since... God damn, that was quick. Golden Buddha statue, artist unknown. I wasn't even really thinking about this puzzle, and I just solved it in less than a minute. I had a much harder time with interlocks on my practice run for some reason. I don't know. Not complaining about it, it's just odd. A speed puzzle, you say? That's how that goes. Ah, the tail. I'm assuming. Bronze wine vessel from Shang Dynasty. Artist unknown. Oh, it was the handle. That makes sense. But yeah, I won't, like, obsessively go over every single detail of this con, since this isn't, like, an official con recap video or whatever. Although, if I do go to enough of these things to warrant making, like, a playlist of con recap videos, then I will put this video in that playlist. Just to confuse people, because I think personally that would be funny. Maybe not that funny, but it's my YouTube channel, I'll do what I want. Let's see. The big thing for a couple big things Friday. Early in the afternoon, my friends who I was staying with, they hosted like a charcuterie thing, you know, like eating different cheeses with crackers and meats and stuff. They had bought some cheeses from, like, a cheese place in Wisconsin while they were there. It was, what was it called? Something or other Cheese Castle, I think was the name of the place. I don't remember the full title. Where am I supposed to start with this? I'm not sure. So, you know, they did a little charcuterie base to get together in the hotel room, and it wasn't like huge. There was like maybe 10 people there, but it was nice. And I didn't know any of the people there besides my friends, but again, it was nice. It's good to just vibe. I'm not like antisocial or anything. I just tend to be quiet around people that I don't know, so it's good to just vibe sometimes, you know? And then after that, me and one of my friends, we went to the Dealer's Den, which is always... It seems to always be one of the main attractions at furry cons, is, you know, seeing literally hundreds of different artists, you know, sell their stuff and being able to support them directly. That's pretty cool. I didn't get much. I got like... I got a couple cute bird stickers. I forget who the artist is. I would go look at them, but I put the stickers on my PS4 and I don't want to like get up and oh my god, where is the starting piece? Where do I start? I don't know. I don't know. This is vexing me. I have kind of just been clicking randomly, to be fair. Let's just go about this systematically, one piece at a time. OMG, One Piece mentioned? God, I haven't watched or thought about One Piece in ages. Anyway. I got a couple stickers at the Dealer's Den, and then, oh, frickin' finally, I attach a piece after literally 3 minutes. And I got a badge commission from an artist called Fobarb. I think that's how you pronounce them. they were offering badge commissions. Specifically, it was $25 for them to draw your persona poorly on purpose. And then for an additional $5, you could have the badge printed out on a Denny's placemat. Which, I didn't go for that, but, you know, happy that's an option. Happy that was an option. I got that from them on Friday, and then I picked up the badge on Saturday, because it took them a day to do that, because, you know, presumably they had other people, including my friend that I went with. She ordered a badge commission from them too, and it turned out nice. In fact, you know what? I'm going to pause the Let's Play so I can edit in the picture of the badge I got. Look at it. Isn't it perfect? Like, isn't... It's so funny. I'm literally doing, like, the Weezer album cover pose. I didn't request that. That's just how they drew it, and it came out so nice. It makes me giggle every time I look at it. Okay. Back to the puzzle that I'm failing to do, already in progress. When this piece is at this angle, this looks like a dude's chin. A bearded chin. Hold on a second. Oh. I thought I had something there. I didn't. Why is this taking so long? It's because I'm distracted by talking, that's why. And again, it's a lens bender. It's not hard. It's just... They're just extremely trial and error-y. Let's see, what else did we do Friday? We looked at the arcade briefly, but it was pretty occupied on Friday, so we went back earlier on Saturday, and that was a lot of fun. We played Power Stone 2 for a while. That game's chaotic. It's like a 3D arena fighter that I don't really have the proper words to describe, but it was fun. I played like a samurai person, and my friend played as like a weirdo chef character. Really weird game, but it was fun. And then we also played like Bust-A-Move, which is like this competitive like match 3 puzzle game thing. I don't know what its original Japanese title is offhand, but that was fun too. I won some matches, she won some matches. The game's kind of hard to play because the joystick inputs it's kind of imprecise. It's easy to like misalign where you're trying to get a piece to go, which I suspect is maybe at least partially intentional to get you to, you know, to quarter feed to make more money, because arcade machines gotta make money somehow. Let's see. I should maybe focus on this. This is a dang lens bender. It shouldn't be taking me 6 minutes. I feel bad, but it's hard to solve puzzles and also talk about a furry convention at the same time. Who would have thought? I made a challenge run for myself. This is a face. Okay, like that was very clearly the correct orientation, because there's generally only like one way that faces should go. Like this ain't a fantasy game. This is a real piece of art, and real pieces of art tend to have faces frickin' finally oriented in a specific way for obvious reasons. Oh my god. It feels like some of these are just connected arbitrarily. I know that's not, like obviously that's not the case, but that is the unmistakable vibe I'm getting. For better or for worse. We're almost done though, I think. I hope. Is that gonna go? Yeah. Which means that's gonna go like this. Yeah. Okay, we're finally making sense of this. I'm trying desperately not to use any more hint tokens, which is working out, thankfully. There we go. Type bas relief. Base? Boss? Some other fourth pronunciation? How do you pronounce this word? I don't actually know. I feel like I've only ever read it and not like seen it out in the wild or heard anybody say it. Anyway, artist unknown. We can move on from the... Oh, thank goodness, another hint token. We can move on from the national nightmare that was that puzzle for basically no reason. Anyway. Let's see if I can... solve this one lickety-split. Maybe. It's looking less likely now, but... Yeah, this is not ideal. Alright. I gotta rethink some things, clearly. Let's stack those up there, see what that gets me. No, that's just... Let's put that there, and then this can go... Well, no, it can't be that. Because this triangle... Oh, no, it can go there. I'm just stupid. Okay. Never mind, crisis averted. But then that would leave nowhere for... There's too many triangle spaces. Let's just see where this goes. Okay. Move that there. That is helpful, actually. Let's put those back there. Maybe... Oh, damn it. Oh, here we go. That makes more sense. Yeah. Thai decorative sculpture. Artist unknown. Well, I immediately lost the hint token I got, but that's okay, I guess. Let's see. God, a lot of my pictures from my MFF photo album are from the dealer's den. Just because there's so much stuff to see, you know? And I took fewer pictures, I should say. I took fewer pictures overall at MFF than I did at FWA because, you know, this wasn't my first con, and I wasn't being, like, I wasn't having my mind blown by literally everything that I saw. So, I guess I knew a little bit more of what to expect. Which is fine. I'm not saying that any of that was a bad thing. What else is a notable thing that I did? Talked about the arcade, talked about the dealer's den, showed off the badge, hopefully, if I did my editing right. I remember this overlap taking a long time, but also it not being too tough. I don't want to just give up on it and use a hint token. I feel bad, like, giving up on overlaps and focus points, because to me, those are the two, like, most consistent puzzle types in this game. I feel like I'm the best at those. But at the same time, I don't want to, like, I don't want to be here forever. Oops. Let's just maybe start with the easier pieces, like these rooftop pieces. Or whatever that is. I feel like this is definitely aligned, right? There we go. I was correct. I was correctamundo. Trying to find obvious pieces, while also simultaneously racking my brain, trying to remember what I did at MFF. I'll come back to that one. There are a lot of dang pieces in this one, I'm noticing. Yeah, I was like, that one obviously goes with that, so. And this one obviously goes somewhere over here. Yeah. Trying to solve this puzzle while also scrolling through a photo album is not the easiest task in the world, but I'm trying to make it work. To a degree of success, who can say? Come on, you stubborn piece. You obviously go somewhere over here. This one goes over here somewhere. Nice. So many pictures of the dealer's den. Right, we did briefly check out the artist alley, which is a separate thing from the dealer's den. We briefly checked that out on Friday, but when we went, it was pretty late there, so there weren't a whole lot of people, so we went back again on Saturday and looked more thoroughly when it was more active. and that was cool. Like, this is clearly right side up because of the orientation of these things, right? I just gotta find where it goes specifically. It goes right there. Just gotta find where things are aligned. Did I do? It's hard to remember all the notable things when you're also focusing on something completely different. Right, on Saturday I went to see Trio Menagerie in concert. They're a trio, obviously. They're a string trio of classical musicians. A string trio is one violin, one viola, one cello. And they did a whole ass classical repertoire, and it was awesome. It was really nice, actually, to get to see a classical concert again, because I haven't been to one in a while. And I didn't realize that there was like a whole big scene of like furry classical musicians. Not like gigantic, but like definitely a notable amount. And it's cool, because like sometimes I feel like the only furry in my city that like had any training or interest in classical music. So it's nice to know that that is in fact not the case, and that more people than you would first imagine are in fact into that sort of thing. Let's see. Sunday night I went to like the final like rave dealie for an hour. That was nice. I mostly did like the wallflower thing of, you know, chilling in the back, but it was nice to vibe. I guess I'm a lot less likely to dance with strangers if I'm not allowed to wear risque outfits, let's say. Not gonna go into any further detail on that. And you definitely go over here, but where exactly? Aha! Okay, I'm starting to put the pieces together. I'm starting to... Oop. Things are starting to coalesce into a full piece of... into a full picture here. Some of these pieces I'm still confused about, but that's fine. On Sunday, I got to meet up with a friend of mine who I knew was going to MFF, but I didn't know I was going until like a couple weeks ago, so I didn't like get the chance to tell them that I was also going along until I messaged them on like Friday, and he was like, "Hey, we should definitely meet up before we go," and I was like, "Yeah, of course." So we met up at the dealer's den and we hung out for a while, and you know, he bought some things at the dealer's den, and then we went back to the arcade/game room, checked out the arcade for a little bit because they hadn't been yet, and then like we literally played Uno for like almost an hour. Like it was me and him and a couple friends of his. That was actually nice to just like, you know, chill and play cards and talk with people. I don't know. I don't hate Uno. It's not my favorite game in the world, but there are certainly worse ways to spend the time than just, you know, chilling, playing card games with friends. New friends, old friends, people. I'm great with words, can you tell? Sense. This is that dealie. I like the word dealy. It's a good word. More people should use it. People should use it more often. Find your dealy today. Find your Honda dealy ship today. Yeah, see, this overlap is taking a while, but I feel like I'm at least making some tangible progress, you know? Seriously? That doesn't go there? Oh, it goes there. It was right next to it. I was playing myself the fool. Which is definitely how you say that. I'll wait on that one for now. These are like the tops of fixtures or something, I think. Just not quite sure how they align. Whoops, how they align yet. This is the part of a pole that somehow I found the exact place for it, even though there weren't any pieces surrounding it. That doesn't go there, really? It feels like it should. Like it lines up so well, but no. I am an ignoramus, apparently. Some of these pieces are getting really specific. With regards where to put them. Oh, hold on. Hold. I've noticed I've started saying that lately. There's a streamer I watch named Jono. He's a 2D and a 3D artist. He models things and he draws things, and his stream is 18 plus, and you should only watch it if you're also 18 plus. But he says that sometimes. I've noticed I've picked up that particular speaking habit unintentionally. On Sunday, going back to the convention that I was ostensibly talking about, I went to a bird furry meetup again, and I didn't say anything to anybody again because social anxiety sucks. Again, I'm not like antisocial, but I'm quiet around new people, and you know, a meetup of strangers is literally people I don't know exclusively, so asked my friend if she wanted to come along, but she was like, nah. Plus her feet was she was dealing with like foot pain issues, which fair. My feet were also killing me basically every single day. You gotta get your rest in when you can. That shit'll sneak up on you without you realizing it if you aren't careful, or you know, even if you are careful. This has to go somewhere over here, right? Yeah! I knew I was on the right track, I just had to find the exact right spot. And there we go! Temple of Emerald Buddha, photographed by R. Strange. No relation to Stephen Strange. yeah, again, it was nice to just like vibe, and then we went and took pictures out front, like in the, oh god, in the front of the convention center. I'm going to impose the time limit rule on this because, god, just look at this. Look at this mess. Look at what I have to deal with here. Screw this. But yeah, honestly, I think that covers all the, like, the super notable things that I wanted to mention. Didn't cover the con in, like, exhaustive detail, but that's not what this video is for, so it's fine. But yeah, I had a good time. I had a great time, actually. I'm really glad I was able to go. I'm glad my friends were that nice to just let me come along for basically for free. Not like totally free. I paid for my own food and you know, I filled up on gas on the way there and back. So like it wasn't literally free. I still had to have a budget and bring money along with me. But like if I had to pay for a hotel and for parking by myself, I literally wouldn't have been able to go. And like I was perfectly okay with not being able to go. But then, you know, when they reached out a couple weeks before the con, I was like, I gotta jump on this, because otherwise I don't know when or if I would be able to make it to MFF, like this year or any year, basically, because it's like right at the upper limit of driving distance that I'm comfortable with. Like anything more than that, I would probably just get like round trip plane tickets. Speaking of which, my old roommate wants me to come to Denver next year because he moved to Denver and it's like right there. And it's like, yeah, I would definitely want to go. He's one of my best friends, and you know, we still keep in touch and stuff. But like, I checked on GPS. That is a friggin' 16.5-hour drive. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that again. I did that once. I did the cross-country driving thing once to see if I could and to visit friends, and, you know, I'm glad I did that, but I'm not doing that shit again. Like, goddamn, I'm just getting a plane ticket. I am not driving that far. No thank you. And speaking of driving far, Jesus Christ, the drive back home from MFF was arduous. Like, I left at around 8:30, and it was supposed to be like a 10-hour drive, but I kept getting stopped and interrupted by things, like, aside from, you know, having to stop for gas, which I expected and planned for, I had to take a little detour to get food because, like, I was approaching an exit and, you know, it said, hey, there's a Zaxby's in this exit. Come get our pretty okay chicken. And I'm like, yeah, sure, obviously. I like Zaxby's. I like Zaxby's fine. It's not fantastic, but it's pretty decent chicken. Turns out, like, the exit sign was, you know, sort of giving the impression that it was like, you know, it was right off the highway, but no, I had to drive like 2.5 miles off in some random ass direction. And I was already hungry, and I had already passed up other places, because, like, I had passed by, like, a couple Wendy's earlier, and I didn't want to eat at friggin' Wendy's. And I didn't like McDonald's either, and so, like, that was the first food option I saw that I actually, like, reasonably wanted. I had already made this detour, so, you know, that took up 10 minutes, and then there were, like, multiple 10-plus minute traffic slowdowns, and I missed a turn, and I had to pass through, like, downtown Louisville, Kentucky for 15 minutes, and I had to, like, make this whole ass unlabeled by GPS detour when I was close to my home city. And that took like 20 minutes, and like all that time added up and added like maybe almost 2 extra hours to the drive. I was on the road for like 11.5 hours. I was miserable when I got back home last night. So that wasn't fun. But in the parking garage of the hotel when I left that morning, I saw somebody's truck had like a custom sticker decal on it of like a wolf, like you know, laying across the back window, all like, you know, sort of sassy, sort of seductively, and it had a text caption that says, your mom loves my fursuit." Like, I'm not gonna put that up on screen. I'm not gonna put some random. I'm not trying to dox random strangers, but it was really funny. I feel like I'm not going to make appreciable progress anytime soon on this particular puzzle, so I'm just gonna do this. Money offerings at a marble temple, photographed by C. Sherburne. Yeah, Jesus, that would have taken forever. But yeah, that was MFF. Pretty good convention. Would go again if I got the chance and/or somebody literally paid for part of it. What you got for us, narrator lady?
One day, the baby boy found a beautiful bent wood box that seemed to glow from within. Raven knew this was where the Sky Chief was hiding the sun, but he couldn't open it with his baby hands. He sat by the box and cried until his grandfather picked him up. Then he cried some more until his grandfather opened up the box and took out the golden ball. Find the bent wood box piece.
Getting closer to the end now.